Pacific. Bears Saints follows, and the weekend finishes with the Browns and Steelers.
All right, here we go again. Now that the regular season is over, the Cowboys and Dak Prescott can start negotiating a new contract. Prescott was off to his best statistical start before suffering a season-ending ankle injury in Week 5. Dallas won just 4 games without him and missed the playoffs. Even Jerry Jones acknowledges Dak's going to get paid.
I don't know how you could have any more leverage. He's evolving and nothing short of a perfect pitcher. And he has great ability in my mind to win games. And so he has all the things as substantiated by what we've offered Zach. You wouldn't be offering Dak what's been offered him in the past had you not thought he was very special. The issue is how do you come together, and we've got to get it together.
Dak's value amplified this season. Dallas averaged the fewest yards per play and had the worst red zone offense after his injury. The Cowboys were first in total offense when Dak was healthy back in 2020.
Nothing short of a perfect pitcher. And he has great ability in my mind to win games. And so he has all the things as substantiated by what we've offered Zach. You wouldn't be offering Dak what's been offered him in the past had you not thought he was very special. The issue is how do you come together, and we've got to get it together.
Dak's value amplified this season. Dallas averaged the fewest yards per play and had the worst red zone offense after his injury. The Cowboys were first in total offense.
All right, back to the NFL now, where some of the key questions going into Wild Card Weekend center on injuries. Tampa's #1 wideout, Mike Evans, listed as day-to-day with the knee injury. Bruce Arians said Evans was a full participant in the walkthrough Tuesday, but had it been a regular practice, he would have sat out. But as far as the matchup with the 7-9 Washington squad goes, Arians couldn't care less about DC's record.
We don't see them as a 7-9 team. We see them as a 4-1 team, because every time Alex Smith has played, they went 4-1 and had a +3 turnover margin. So it's a different team when Alex is playing. And we know that we're playing that 4-1 team, not that 7-9 team.
All right. So speaking of Alex Smith, Ron Rivera dealing with his own injury issues there, most notably with his starting quarterback. Despite coming back from missing 2 games to help Washington clinch the NFC East Sunday, Smith is far from 100% as he recovers from a strained right calf. As a result, you could see rotating quarterbacks for Washington Saturday night.
Honestly, the thing that we have to be willing to do and we have to really think about is whether or not to rotate him in and out with Taylor. I mean, we have to definitely look at that. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. We're going to play a very aggressive defense this week, and obviously it's something we most certainly have to look at.
Well, Super Wild Card Weekend begins Saturday. Colts, Bills, then Rams, Seahawks, Bucks against Washington. Sunday starts with Ravens, Titans on ESPN and ABC. That's 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. Bears, Saints follows, and the weekend finishes with the Browns and Steelers.
All right, here we go again. Now that the regular season is over, the Cowboys and Dak Prescott can start negotiating a new contract. Prescott was off to his best statistical start before suffering a season-ending ankle injury in Week 5. Dallas won just 4 games without him and missed the playoffs. Even Jerry Jones acknowledges Dak's going to get paid.
I don't know how you could have any more leverage. He's evolving.
See, this is how it looks. Chiefs, Bills, Steelers, Titans, those are your division winners. Those are your wild card teams. Ravens, Browns, Colts. And as the Colts, as the 7th seed, they will take on the Bills, as we just mentioned, in the first round. All right, so bring the guys back. We talked about the NFC, and everyone likes where the Packers are right now. And the Chiefs, quite frankly, have looked like the best team all season long. That's why they're #1 seed in the AFC. That was already locked up before they got here. But, Tim, this Bills squad right now, I'm not sure anybody wants to see them at any point in the playoffs.
You got that right. Listen. This was like, hey, we're going to play you for a little bit in this game, maybe not the whole thing. We'll see how it goes. And you saw what Josh Allen did even in that environment. And then you think about, boy, and they're going to score on special teams. They are dangerous, and in large part because the quarterback is just that physically talented. Just plain and simple, he's that good. He's that gifted, the ability to just take a game over. So they can score with you. They're going to play good defense. They're unique offensively because they do want to spread you out and create opportunities for Stephon Diggs. So, yeah, I think there's an element of the fact, and rightfully so, that we have talked so much about the Kansas City Chiefs. But in doing that, we've maybe allowed this Bills team to fly a little bit under the radar because I think they can go toe-to-toe with anybody.
Rob, how do you see it?
Tim, I agree with you. Yeah, Tim, I agree with you. When you watch Buffalo the last couple of weeks, they tried to go out there and show the world what they were when they played the Patriots. They didn't let their foot off the gas. They wanted to show everyone on national television that they are the real deal. And Josh Allen has been lights out all season. They're going against the Dolphins today, and they look, they don't want to let up. And when you think about the AFC and the Kansas City Chiefs, what can Kansas City do? They can score a lot of points. Well, Buffalo is showing everyone that they can score a lot of points as well. And if you want to beat Kansas City, you're going to have to score points. So in the playoffs, you never know what's going to happen. But I think that Buffalo probably has the best chance offensively because of the points that they can put up to maybe upset Kansas City. And look, I mean, when was the last time Buffalo swept the division? It's been a long time.
Yeah, a long time indeed. And it took a long time to get here, seemingly, for this 2020 season. But here we are. Chiefs #1 seed in the AFC, Packers #1 seed in the NFC. Both will have the first weekend off. Then the question becomes, who will win that NFC East crown later tonight? Washington wins it. They get it. If they lose, the Giants get it. So we put all that together, Tim. Takeaways, Week 17, playoffs coming up next weekend. What do you got?
Listen, my takeaway is this. Hey, NFL, bravo. Good for you. Because
Cleveland had not been to the playoffs in a long time. Yeah, 2002. But we also had, all right, Tim, Rob, bring you guys back in. Look, we've made a lot of jokes about this division all season long, and rightfully so, because they've been all bad. So it's not a surprise that it would come down to one final game here. But what did you make of what the Giants and Cowboys did in respect that they knew if they won, they still had a chance to get in? Tim, I'll start with you.
Well, listen, I think that you have to credit them. You heard both coaches talk about it. And look, there's something to that. There's the uncertainty of the things that are going to happen in games after your game. And so you want to see good effort from your football team. And I think Joe Judge's assessment of, how he was proud of the way his guys fought. And you could even hear it in Sterling Shepard's voice as he was kind of just talking about, what his team did and the fact that they're still alive. This is what you hope for. We can joke all we want about, teams being sub 500 and going to the postseason. But when you're on one of those teams, you still think you have a chance. You still think you have a shot. And that's probably all that matters. And so, look, I would not have expected any less of an effort from either side.
Yeah, look, also, I haven't played for Joe Judge as my head coach, but I can guarantee you that I can tell you exactly what he said in the meetings all week. And that's control what you can control. Let's not worry about anything outside this building. And let's focus on this week. Let's get the job done. And then whatever happens, happens. But let's be ready to go. Let's not have any excuses here. Let's not say, oh, well, we really can't control our own destiny. Just focus